Hello, Magnificent Seven. Welcome to Connect MES Winchester. I have a cue for you. Let's see if it'll work. You need to listen. This is the theme tune for the film The Magnificent Seven. It's a Western from the 1960s, definitely before your time, also definitely before mine. Maybe you recognise it. There we go, I think we'll pause it. Oh, always seems to take 2 times to pause it. I am really excited to be working with you this year. It's been a pleasure to get to know you over the interview process, and I'm looking forwards to going deeper and forwards as we journey through the Connect year together. I don't know if you know the children's TV programme Sesame Street. If you do, it'll add a layer of meaning to what I'm about to say, which is that Connect is brought to you this year courtesy of the letters F and C. F because we want Connect to be fun, formational and fruitful for you. C because, as we discussed at interview, Connect is about connecting you with the character of God as we study theology together, with your character as we do some leadership training, with culture as you're immersed in your placement churches, with community as we create community together, and with churches across the Diocese of Winchester. But I don't know if you've noticed, but 2020 is not your typical year. And so Connect MES Winchester 2020-2021 will not be your typical year either. You see, the next C that influences us is COVID. It will affect what we do. It will limit how much face-to-face time I get with you and you get with each other. Which brings me to my next C. You see, COVID could make Connect all about what we can't do. It could be all the kind of taking away, and I don't want it to be that. So my next C is creative. I want us to think creatively. I want us to find workarounds. I want us to think about what we can do, not just the gaps and what we can't do. You see, my next C is control. I will admit, I like a plan, or 2 or 3. I like to be organised. It helps me feel in control. But even I'm not in control of COVID, but I know someone who is. And I think he's called you. Despite everything, despite COVID, I think he's called all of you to Connect MES Winchester this year, and that adds to my excitement. So we're now a community called Connect, the Magnificent Seven, and we are going to work creatively together, but I also want us to work collaboratively. And it brings me to my final C. I will do my very best for you. I definitely believe in the extra mile, or 2 or 3 sometimes. But in order to work collaboratively, this has to be a conversation. This will not be a typical year, so I'd love your input. If you have any ideas, any suggestions, any creative thoughts, any workarounds, do let me know. I'm really looking forward to Connect. Let's start this conversation. Let's do it together. Enjoy.